Welcome back to another video. It's still the middle of January, it's still wet on the floor. Doing another video on the TT today. If you have been following along the series, big up. Obviously we've been doing loads of stuff with the TT, getting it back on the road. Only one more bit we need to get done before the steering rack goes in. If you're not familiar with what's going on with the TT at the minute, I've bought the cheapest TT in the country. It only cost me 700 quid and it needs a whole new electric steering rack and a whole plethora of other stuff going on with it. So if you are keen, smack that subscribe button. We're gonna get straight into the first bit on this video. The next issue of the car that we got to sort is to do with this rear end. Let me show you. So as you saw, this lovely additional rear brake light does not work. Now it's an LED unit. All being well, a new one should just plug straight in and it should fix it. So I have got, voila, a brand new additional rear brake light. It is held in with just a couple of bolts, a couple of clips. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Step one, you've got to take this panel off. Right, there's two bolts that go in here that need to come out. I believe they're T20s, so they're pretty small. Let's get them out. The next step requires the special eBay tool that we found last week. Get this off. So let's see how we do. She's in there. There we go. This step looks quite scary. Now, from what I've seen online is that just yank it until it comes off. So let's try it. One interior trim piece removed. So we're now greeted with the inside of a Mark II TT's boot, batty. In here, in these holes, you can kind of see, in there's a nut. Now if you look in this one, you see it's got a black bit. It's meant to have that, that's the nut that holds it on, but that one is already missing. So maybe, potentially, someone might have already been in here before, but I'm gonna get this nut off here. There's an electrical connector just up in here that I can get to as well. And we're gonna see if we can pry it out, because I believe these are adhesived in with some Mansouri glue. So we're gonna see how we can get them out. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe someone done this before and dropped it in there, because it's quite like a fiddly thing. It's like a plastic nut, bit of a weird one, but just about managed. It's a bit of a fiddle, but get the electrical connector plug. It's one of them tiny little annoying ones, really fiddly. Got that out. So technically now there's nothing actually holding this light in apart from the adhesive around there. So I'm gonna work around it with the tool and get it out. I don't want to break it, but I've got a bad feeling that it probably is going to break because it's glass. We all saw what happened the last time I used this tool with some glass, so. Oh. So as you can see, old light is removed with a bit of force and a bit of braking. I'm just going to try clean this up basically, because with the new adhesive, we don't want it wet, we don't want old stuff, you want it bone dry. The new adhesive can stick to around the edge, so let's clean this up. Now, if you haven't already, now would be an absolutely amazing time to smash that subscribe button and turn on that notifications bell. See, I've managed to get not all of the residue off, but quite a lot of the residue off. That should be enough residue for the new stuff to stick on it. It's only a little bit. You can never always get that stuff completely off, or you'll spend hours on it. But what I am going to do is get the new light and we're going to plug it in to the plug and just make sure the new light works. So I've got the new light. We're going to plug it in just to make sure it works, because obviously that would be a bummer if it didn't. So I'm literally just going to plug it in like that. Ella, you hold that and let's see if it actually turns on. Is it working?
No.
Is it not?
No.
Seriously? So as you can see, brakes are working, but this isn't. If I push that plug in, let it off, in, off, look, the connector on the plug, it's got movement, and when I press it in, plug connector's faulty. That might have actually been the problem in the first place with the old one. What a nightmare. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that plug connector on properly, and then we're gonna go from there. So as you've seen, the plug doesn't sit in there properly, which is actually causing like an intermittent issue for the brake light not to work, which is really annoying. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fit this new one. You can get to the plug from the inside, and I'm just going to see if I can really push it on, and maybe it wasn't clipping on properly. But yeah, we're going to get this one now fitted back on. It's pretty straightforward. As you can see, I've cleaned the surface up with brake cleaner. You've got this new tape, so you're going to quickly take the tape off. Ta-da! It should all line up like so. It should, as far as I can see. There's a clip in the middle which goes like that, and then everything else should kind of go down together, I hope. Right, I just messed around trying to fit this light for ages, because what I was noticing is that the spoiler was kind of getting in the way around this top edge. So I was trying to put the spoiler up, but now all of a sudden the spoiler doesn't work. Of course, classic. So I've got the light unit in now. I'm just going to make sure it really presses in and sits in quite nicely. Put the nut on and then plug it in, and we're going to see if we can fix that electrical plug. Maybe glue it in or something, just make sure it stays in. So I've just fitted the light unit in. As you can see, this side is nice and flush, whereas this side is sticking out a bit. And that's because that side's got that proper nut that I was showing you, and this one didn't. But I've just found a nut in the garage that fits on. So I've got a nice little double washer set up going on there, which is lovely. The light is still not sitting quite 100% flush, if you guys can see there. But with that tape, the tape stuck down, I think it's going to be watertight. Plug the electrical connector back on, and unfortunately, because it's got that issue with the plug doesn't sit on correctly, it's not quite getting the right connection for the light to work. So what I'm going to do at a later date, I'm going to put it all back together now, and at a later date, I'm going to get some super glue and just glue the plug on so it sits on properly and tight. But for now, the new light's in. I know what the problem is, so we can always come back at a later date and glue it all back together. But for now, we're going to box it all up and come back to it later. What a pain in the arse. The whole problem could have just been that electrical plug, not even the light unit. I probably should have checked that before, but you know, it is what it is. But at least we get to do one satisfactory thing before we end this video, and that is take the film off. Oh, it's like getting a new phone, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. And it looks nice, so there you go. Right, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope it might be a bit informative if you've got a Mark II TT out there and you want to change the rear light. It is pretty straightforward and easy. It is only a quick one today. We're going to keep it short and sweet, and I have got some information for the TT. The steering rack is en route. It has come into the country, obviously from Lithuania. They tried to deliver it to my flat twice when I wasn't in and I couldn't change the dates. So I've got to go collect it from Crawley, which is an hour away from the depot. So all being well, next week's video, we're going to be fitting the steering rack to the TT. Stay tuned. See you later.